Hello. We're going back to Oaken. I had a really good time last time. I was just so fucking tired. That very particular level of exhaustion. Honestly, I don't really know what hit me. It might have been like a new game. I think it was probably a lot of things. And I just was falling asleep. And what's funny is because I almost hit my desk with my forehead before I realized I was falling asleep because I was having a lot of fun with the game. I really love it so far. I'm very surprised, though. It only has, like... it was like 134 followers? On Twitch, which seems very low. Fucking Bionicle and the Mask of Light has more followers. Maybe the category was remade? There are already mods for this game? I don't know. Oh, whoa! Hi, Beckett. Welcome home. Good to see you. What? Was there not a continue here a second ago? Oh, I finished the tutorial. That's right. That's right. Look at them now. The talent tree allows you to pick boons that will help you during your journey. You can unlock up to 6 talent points by completing achievements. Ooh, and finishing runs with different guides. Oh, that's sick as hell. It gives you a mechanical reason to hunt for achievements. And a mechanical upgrade. So to the start of the game, choose a common wisp. Your guide can level up. Sick as fuck. Drop more often. Your guide has stronger ability. Ah, I see. I see. Okay. Sure. Let's see what we got. The seed, right? To take 1 damage on the Oaken squares. But yeah, how are you doing, my dear Beckett? My dear local Beckett. Homegrown Beckett. We should all aspire. These were kind of hard, but I feel like it's worth it. Right? Gain a card. I don't really care about cards necessarily. They do matter more in this game. What's the only path with 2? Okay, fuck it. We'll take the harder path. We'll learn faster this way anyways. I'm okay. My stomach has been upset all day, but other than that, I'm good. I'm so glad someone got Battleborn playable offline. I saw you mentioning that you got to play Battleborn again, and I'm actually very curious to try it. You have a good taste in competitive games. And I have only heard the vaguest whispers of what Battleborn even is. But I'm glad. I'm glad people are taking care of dead games. And I need Gigantic to come back, goddammit. I missed out on it coming back for a hot minute. I need to taste that. Win before round 7 starts. Okay. Ooh, wow. What the fuck did that? Generals 1, create. Interesting. Okay, so that doesn't matter. I just need to kill all the enemies, right? Oh, right. It's redraw cards. I don't need 2 of these. I think that's better. With this thing, those seeds are really good. I'm gonna Steam key from somewhere for Battleborn since it requires ownership. I mean, you can get a taste of Gig if you keep matches going in my server. This is availability for people. So I used to do 5v5s for Dota. What if we got 5v5s going for Gigantic? What if? I think this is fine. I'm gonna win this fight. Yeah, I'll just do this. Oh, you get a plus. Oh, but you're gonna die, though. You don't fatigue, right? Yeah, so that's fine. Huh. Okay. Cultivation could be good. Restore 2 health. Yeah, I could do this. I think that's fine. What dis? This is also welcome home with Trap. This is Oaken. It's a little strategy game. It thinks Slay the Spire, but this is the combat. That's the best way I can describe Oaken to you. Is Slay the Spire, but this is the combat. A little deck builder. It's 3D. The direction you're facing matters, which is kind of interesting. Oh, shit. Can't use it that way. But it's very good, and I like it very much. I love that. Fuck yeah. It'd be very good. The art style for this is really nice. It is. It makes it very clear, which I really enjoy. Do that, or this. I really want this guy to die, funnily enough. I didn't mean to actually turn her around. I think that was a mistake. I'll heal, I think. Oh, and I can actually cultivation too. Cool. So that's actually just gonna die. At the start of next turn because of my passive. Spawn some shield boys, apparently. Do this so I can dodge. Hit any of that. I think I'm just gonna restore life, I think. Cultivate. This is round 4. Okay. I'll destroy this. Opening up the map, I think, is just good. There we go. Sick. But yeah, no, 5v5s were really fun, especially for MOBAs, because it's all people you know. And so when somebody pops off, whether or not it's on the enemy team, everyone's having a good time. It's like, oh my god, they just did that. That's so cool, you know? Like it's very good vibes. If I do this, I can attack this guy for free. And that thing dies next turn. Oh, right. Can't attack. The turn comes into play. Can I? That's funny. I'll shoot this. And then I will cultivate. And so it will die. Cool, cool, cool. The total damage you can do from this if you really go for it is quite a bit. Wow, what the fuck? Does it have a pushback? I didn't think it did. I don't know what just happened. Oh, did they die from the damage over time? I suppose so. Yeah, unstable. Let's think here. I want to be in a place where I can shoot this guy, which I don't think I can do, actually, because of this thing. I'll kill this. You can't attack and move, but you can attack in place. Kind of sick. Oh shit, no valid targets. Okay. That's fine. No, I thought it was so early too. I thought we were gonna kill him. Damn, one round off. We killed them on round 7. Those bonus objectives really help. Okay, amplify, give yourself immune by unit. Ooh, for 2, I get 3 strength. That's kind of nuts. Left plus, push yourself or an adjacent ally in the chosen direction until they collide. Target regains health instead of taking damage from the collision. Ooh, that's super good. That's super good. You get to move it. Anyways, what I was saying about 5v5, yeah, it's really good. And I think especially with the people that we have who like MOBAs and would just kind of have fun with it, I think we could easily arrange 5v5s in Gigantic. That'd be very fun to get back into because the friendly competition is so cool and you can be super competitive with people around your same skill level and still have a bunch of fun, and it's all very good. Now I think this is a rare. Yeah, that's it's plus. Okay, probably reduce the cost, I would guess. Please, I would love that. We just need someone to server host. I have instructions on how to do that. I could probably do it. My computer kicks ass ever since we got going. Infestation, this precious valley, once full of life and joy, now lies before you, impassable and filled with erupting hideous growths. Become fatigued 3, choose an upgraded spell. Become fatigued. Wow, you have to become fatigued, period. Receive 2 Lumi globes. Oh, that's pretty good. Spore infestation. Yourself and adjacent units when attacked. Okay. Interesting. Very well themed too. I would rather upgrade the spells that I have, I think. I think it's worth it to take the one more. Which is cool. Okay. And under yourself, restore 3 health. dealing 2 damage with this skill is kind of sick. Yeah, that's worth it. Yeah, that's fucking worth it. I use that skill all the fucking time. But yeah, I'd love to host that. We all get to play Gigantic. So it's kind of funny. I used to be a big part of the Dota 5v5s. But nobody really listened to anybody else on how it should go. And I had the clearest idea of how to make it fun. And everyone agreed with me. But nobody actually wanted to do anything about it. So I'd love to host that. Yeah, I'd love to make that a thing. And we could stream it potentially. It would be funny to stream it, get the community going, and then like make it a thing, have tournaments. That'd be kind of sick. That'd be kind of sick as fuck. Central arc with, okay. And has an extra move. Okay. So watch this. We do this. Oh, what's our bonus objective? Don't let any allies die. Let's see. Motivation is 1. Yeah, I cultivate. Do the spawn. I'm gonna do that. Put it aboard. I regain myself 2 health. The 3 health is a pretty good upgrade. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty damn good. Damn good. I honestly think having a nice, like, gigantic community would be super fucking sick. That'd be cool as hell. What do I do here? Ooh, right, okay. So this is gonna guarantee kill it, and otherwise it's not gonna kill my guy. Cool. Rad as fuck. Have a nice small gig Discord server? Fuck yeah. That is enough. I was gonna say a hell of a start, but like that's all that we really want, to be honest. Or an adjacent. Enough. I think this is enough. Sick. Not gonna do anything bad. I did it. Fuck yeah. Don't let anybody die is difficult. That is a difficult thing. Ooh, this big wisp. I love how chonky the big wisp is. A Swift Gardener becomes hastened. Moons are created up to 3 times per turn. Wow. Up to 3 times per turn? That's kind of crazy. And it gives damage. With an attack? Okay. That doesn't work for me. I don't upgrade myself that way. Swift Gardener. Damn. I want to use that on. I don't even know if I want to use that yet. I kind of want a different card. I'm 21.5k points. So many. So many. God damn. So many points. You can use them to, like, you could play Hearth with me if you wanted to. You could redeem more games. I am going to get to them. I promise. Ocarina of Time ended early, and I felt like I needed something to happen between Ocarina of Time and playing Observation, which is going to be the next one. But they are on the way. So if you want to redeem more games, you can totally feel free. I'm excited to get to them and, like, start churning through them. Shivers? Is that shivering with excitement for Hearth? I'm glad. So I can get a card here. That'll gain a trinket. Trinkets are good. Could be wrong. I don't think it's worth fighting an elite this early, though, before I have a card that I want to use my big fat boy on. I can make you play another Sonic game? Feel free. No, shivering at what we did between the games? That's fucking valid, I guess. That's fucking valid. We did kind of commit sin. Ooh. Nice. What do these do? Gain regeneration? I see. So they just heal you for 1? That's not really worth it. It's pretty fucking good. So we do this. That seems pretty obvious to me. I could try to be mana efficient. These guys are pretty good. Let me do this. Get some wisps. Get the dude on the field. I didn't sleep last night. I loved that game. It was a good game. The question is, which Sonic game? There's so many I can make you play. Sonic Rush, Unleashed, Zero Gravity. That's up to you. That is this is your dilemma. You're the one at the 21k points. Which is weird because I actually feel fine. That actually happens. That's a thing. So people talk about, like, oh man, I finally got good sleep and I'm tired. Of course you fucking did. Right? Because getting good sleep, when you haven't gotten good sleep for a really long time, is your brain's trigger for, oh, I get to sleep now? That's cool. I'm glad we made this decision. I'm glad that this is the policy now, and so it's like, sleep more. If I'm able to sleep, I'm gonna get more sleep. So of course they're gonna be more tired. Of course that's how it works. Oh, I could have turned this way. I would have been in a much better position. I think we're fine. Oh this guy. Ooh, that's gonna be a problem. Running into shit. I could just push. I wanna cast this spell. Yeah, I could hit any of them here. Okay, cool. We're kind of kicking their ass. That face when you're so tired you feel awake. Yeah. Yeah, and then when your brain's like, oh, we didn't get sleep and we're in not sleep mode. That's fine. The brain is very adaptive. But I hope you do get some sleep, honestly. I hope you can get some eat. This is so fucked up. I can just do this again. And that. And there's nothing they can do. Which is kind of hilarious. I feel like I should at least do this. And then I can cultivate. Favorite Dorito flavor? What a question. What a moral dilemma. Favorite Dorito flavor? I don't know if I have one. I don't like Doritos that much, to be fair. Let me think. Actually, I remember having some really fucking banging lime Doritos. If I remember correctly. Those are pretty good. You like Cheez-Its? Get out. I just don't like, okay, I don't mind Doritos anymore. But like the corn chip thing, never really my thing, you know? Oh, protect all the lanterns. Sick. Oh, this one was almost dead. I wasn't even paying attention. Sick as fuck. The crawler. Oh. Ooh. I'm really liking that guy. Okay. So what if I... It's 5. 5-4. There we go. That's more worth it. There we go. 6-4. Hastened. Very good. Farm husband! Hey, Bite! Good to see you, Bite. Welcome home. I love my farm husband. My farm husband is wonderful. Perfect. Dancing wisps. A rare sight to behold. There are too many rings of swirling wisps there to count. This event is called a Dance of Light, and as far as the spirits have inhabited the oak, it is performed to supposedly keep the eclipse away. Join them for a while, choose a wisp, and receive 3 Lumi Dust. Spin and sing with the wisp. Become fatigued 2, choose 2 wisps, and receive 6 Lumi Dust. Dance the night away, become fatigued 5, choose 3 wisps, and 10 Lumi Dust. Oh my god, that's so good. Oh my god, but fatigue 5. Oh god. I mean, I kick so much ass with just my little abilities. I feel like we'll be okay. I have the big guy, but if we lose if we die, so becoming fatigued is really bad. I'll choose... I have 12 health. I don't think I can chance there. No, you. Oh yeah, and then I watched Trolls band together yesterday and was actually pretty good. Thank God. Hell yeah. That's good to hear. Fucking summoned. That could go really well with the Mantis guy. Summoned. Ooh, that's also really good. This does 1 damage to enemy in the central line of sight. I think I have to use growth because it pushes people away and then it can move right away. Actually, no, this is better because then I can get more collides. Actually, yeah, this is it. This is the play. Oh, I can only have one wisp. Got it. That's fine. I'll keep that wisp for now. I don't think that was the right play. Irish and Lithsmall. I don't know why you like this combination so much, but I can provide. I can provide. Thank you for the reams. Become leprechaun. Okay, now I get it. I become a little forest spirit leprechaun. Encounter or refuge. Cards and spend Lumidust, remove fatigue, or search for wisps. We haven't actually faced a boss, and we're gonna have to fight an elite first, which is kind of ass. So let's do the refuge. Brightness for rest. Heal for fatigue, which will get us back up to full, and then spend Lumidust to choose a reward. Spending Lumidust is not something we want to do right now, and we don't need the wisps, so we rest. I think that is a fine choice to make. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna take this guy. Why not? A little fella, a buddy, a pal, a chum, dare I say? I suppose so. I suppose so. That's funny, I keep gaslighting people at work. Voiceless. Inflicts fatigue, 1 damage attacks, immune to fatigue. Has reduced max health. Shooter. Is line of sight after moving or rotating by any means. It can only attack in melee that turn. Okay. So I'm just gonna have to keep that from attacking. So keeping stuff out of range. Nightmares. Cast her spell when any unit summoned while she is asleep. Any enemy deal 1 damage to their own hero upon dying. Whew. Rough stuff. I'm gonna start lurking now, hang out with my partner, and maybe try and draw. Okay, enjoy the lurk. Thank you for that. But yeah, I keep... Ooh, okay. That's fine. Why not? I keep... Let's do this. Gaslighting people at work to think that I'm actually Irish, because I just do this so much. And I only do it on Blur, which is pretty much the only time anybody hears me, so... So 1 damage to their hero upon dying. Well, I don't plan on dying with this little guy, so... That should be fine, right? Okay, so we got a line here, a line here, line here. So they got this, and this. So they don't have anything here except for her. That's fine with me. We wish I could do this one. That would be funny. I'll do that next turn, I think. Ooh, I could kill this one right now. That could be really good. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's too good to pass up. What was that? Okay. Fine. And now I'm out of the way. Everything in that dies. That's fine with me. I'll take it. So she's asleep, so I don't really want to do anything bad to her this turn. Oh, there's no way I can line up that shot. Okay. We can do this. But I don't want that one cursed. Oh, it's got the lilies on it. That's why. That's why that did that. So I don't particularly care about the seeds. Spare the deluded daughters. Oh. I didn't realize that. I apologize, deluded daughters. That's my bad. I apologize, deluded daughters. That could be nice. I need to get this guy on the field. So what happens when I do this? Ah, can't use the haste. Sad. Sad, sad, sad. One shield, okay. I'm fine with that. Yeah, can't move after attacking. Okay, ever. Woo! There we go. Sad that I didn't spare the daughters. I totally could have, I think. But that did make it a lot easier. I thought a game that, to make it play now, I'll need to save points. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm always excited when you guys recommend games. It's funny because I took a break from playing the recommend games because people were like, make sure to play games that you care about. I'm like, yeah, okay. But then I realized it's kind of like how we make HelloFresh every night, and I tell Ven to not tell me what's for dinner that night. You know, we they tell me about the total dinners that we have, right? All the possibilities, but I like to just see what comes up. And in the same way, I realize I just really like playing recommended games where it's like, hey, play this game, right? And putting the points on it, right? It kind of slows it down a little bit, but also shows really what you want me to play fully. And I love just topping it and seeing what it is, you know? Buff up skill, gain 1 strength. Ooh, interesting. Allied defenders have +1/+1. Prevents enemies in its frontal arc from moving away, attacking other targets. So I don't have defenders. Expose enemies become exposed 3 when they become ensnared. That would be great. None of this really makes me excited. Gonna take this, and I'm gonna see if I can't find a defender. Right? Hello, Mr. Pathfinder. Mr. Pathfinder! He's not here. Maybe this is not the Broken Ridge after all. I think we've got a even bigger, a problem even bigger than that. Look up. This is the fattest Dusker I've ever seen. Oh, I see. Oh, that just restarts it. Look at that. It's voiceless. Fly away to deal damage. One landing? Okay, so you fly away and then you land somewhere and deal 3 damage around them. You spit to summon a wild orbling. What is a wild orbling? I guess we'll figure it out. Hello, Fresh sponsor. I'd love that. I'd love that. We use it every day. Pretty much. The end of the battle. Okay, that's fine. All units have growth? Oh. Perfect. Oh, sweet lord. Wow. 31 health. That's kind of nuts. Okay. Perfect. So, do I do this just to get that in there? What can I do with this? I'll move 1 more forward, I can. Okay. Okay, you know what? We do this. That's a pretty good turn. You know what? For whatever reason, I just didn't think it could move. You know? It's just so fucking huge. It's on a big, massive platform. Okay, well. This works for me. rough. Brutal. Okay. So... Oh, life touches adjacent units. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Oh, adjacent. I fucked up. I fucked up. Okay. What do I do here? Actually shows a really rough spot going back there. I kind of panicked. Okay. This thing's huge. It's taking a lot of damage. Those are gonna blow up if I play my cards right. That's gonna last my 5. I can't hit anything right now. Well, how about we do this? Oh, I could have pushed myself down here. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. I guess I want to save the spell. It's sad that I'm gonna lose that. Is that I can't heal anything? Oh, I could heal myself. I can accept that. Oh, look at that. Oh, there we go. I'm back now with what? Honestly, that just looks like a cool kid way to spell Sonic. Bad things will happen. Okay. Occupant will die. Okay. Well, that's not great. I can push myself that way and then face in that. Now I could just attack. It would heal me too, which is very important. That's all it does is land. That's what we can hold apart. I see why that is. can't kill that? That's weird. At least I could kill that. We've got to think what would give me the best chances here. It's at 18. This can deal 4 damage. So I get double this and impale, and that would deal 10 damage. That's not enough. That's not enough to be worth it. So first things first, I heal myself. Move up a blocker. Has to be there. Here. Right, okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's good. I can take that trade. That's a pretty good trade. Yo, I got the most random thing. There's a blueberry ice cream filled Oreos. Holy shit. Yeah, that is the most random thing. I do love it though. Oh, we got enough. There we go. And we got the extra. Look at that. Yeah, no, that was certainly not on my bingo card. Ooh, Elder Tinker. Awake or advance. Rotate the enemies and light itself towards itself, and it flicks exposure on them. Ooh, that's pretty good. Gives ally +2/+2, and increases the target's boons. Boons include strength, shield, regeneration, charge, and haste. By 3? That's gotta be it, right? We kill a lot of people. That could be pretty good. Blueberry ice cream filled Oreos. Oh, snack. That's what you're saying. Okay. Sonic is a snack though. But yeah. No, that's honestly, blueberry ice cream just sounds really good, I think. This could be insane. Is it permanent? I feel like that might be permanent. No, it's gotta be this. Can't upgrade that. I have to use wisps, I assume. Okay. If I can't upgrade this thing, I feel like I've been using these a lot, right? So I feel like I kind of want to upgrade these. These are really good though. Like they become really good bodies if I just invest a little bit more into them. Right? So I feel like that's fine. I'll save the dust. I'm doing fine as it is, right? If you're doing okay, usually it's fine to just kind of let it go, let it happen. There's no... Oh, oh, there's a treasure chest. Okay. Unlocking a new guide's pretty sick. So, let's fight an easy battle. We don't want to do that. We kind of want cards. Why don't we go here? We can go this way if we want to. We can do that. We can leave our friends behind. I think this is the most battle-filled way that we can take and still hit that chest. Seems that way. This does get us an event and a thing, and then a rest, and then we do the thing. This is just double battle. That sounds fine to me. Oh, this is voiceless too. Great. Inflicts weakened on adjacent enemies and creates... Okay. When dealt damage. Okay. Cleanse Eclipse Rain. Got it. Let's do. Interesting. Okay. See, this is what I want, right? Defender units. No way. Let's do this then. That seems fine. I'd rather do this. Oh, right. I need to do that first and then cleanse under it. Got it. Honestly, that little guy kind of needs to stay where it's at. Sweet. Oh, right. This is a fine turn for me. If I can get one away next turn, I don't really think I can. Let's start with that. We really want those bonus objectives if we can. Sweet. I'm happy with that turn. I don't want this guy to go. I could just do that. I could actually use it on this guy. That's gonna die. Sweet. Fatigues, that's right. I'm so gonna die if I don't do this. That was worryingly close. Okay. That's fine. There we go. Woo. That's what we want. I hate it. They're all got voiceless. Those are cute. I don't think that guy is long for the world. Sorry, I went silent for so long there. Whew. Oh, he's so focused. Honestly, a part of my brain forgot he's streaming. Goodness, okay. This game uses your brain so much. Oh, you know what I could do? Let's do that. It's not worth letting this live another turn, I think. There we go. That's fine. Oh, heal 1 fatigue. That'd be great. You know what's really funny? I'm just gonna do this. Make this guy huge. Okay, so the bad thing hasn't spawned yet, or we just killed it. It's kind of great in that case. Do we want to do that? Yeah. Let's see if I can't get that going. Go here and kill that. That's not too bad. Let's do that. Getting that guy +1/+1 is actually kind of huge. That's kind of a lot of stats at the end of the day. This is not your unit. That's sad, but understandable. There's the big one. We'll kill that. It sucks to get fatigued, but you do what you can, right? Everything little crawler. Damage the blocking unit. Man, so when this is slaying... Oh, right, with an attack. I haven't really done that. Lovely. Perfect. Wonderful. Perfect. Okay. I gotta cut the average or else I'm gonna get stuck here. Whew! Wow, this game. I can get another warden, which would be pretty sick. Interesting. The defender is naturally a 4/7, which is fucking huge. So, it's late game, but I'm kind of down to push the little late game. I like the heal though too. I mean, heal spell's pretty sick. I've watched it for so long, and I feel like I still don't know what I'm watching. Okay, so I'll explain during the next thing. But right now, these are cards, right? Do you know Slay the Spire? Because if you do, then I can use that as a reference. Now you know what everybody thinks when I'm playing Magic. Who doesn't know how to play? You do, okay. So think Slay the Spire, right? Despite all the aesthetic, it's Slay the Spire. I'm picking 3 cards. I just defeated a root, right? They do different things, but it is Slay the Spire. These guys are super useful. Okay, so this is my deck, right? And the combat is Hex Grid Combat. Want Oreo? Yes. Yes, I do. The combat's Hex Grid Combat. You have spells that you just cast on creatures, and then your creatures take up a space. They can only attack in front of them, and if somebody attacks them facing their frontal arc, as it's called, you'll see the little line. They counterattack, right? You have power, toughness, and then little abilities, but that's about it, right? So this is a damage thing, and when I'm casting spells, they're generally in line of sight, so it's one of the main 3 ways. I'll show you when I'm in there, but that's pretty much it, right? These wisps are upgrades. You can use this dust to upgrade people, which I think I might do right now. I really want to upgrade Life Touch. Oh, I need Lumi Globes, actually, if I want to upgrade my ability. So I'll do this. Fucking voiceless. There's Fatigue, which makes your health purple, and it just means it reduces your max health until the end of the stage. Right. Well, Battle Grid, this is their frontal facing unit. So you can attack them from behind. It's really good because they can't counterattack. You cast a spell, as you can see, it can go straight forward or out to like either of these sides. Directly facing my frontal cone. This is my hero, by the way. The lady. And if she dies, we lose. That's our losing condition. Is if she dies. Realize I kind of like that starting hand, actually. The green is just a type of ground. Specifically, when they're on it, they get dealt 1 damage at the beginning of the upkeep, and then the purple can do other stuff too. You can move and attack, but things have summoning sickness. Honestly, just gonna take that damage. Push it, it deals 2 damage to it and whatever it hits, if it hits another unit. was very sad. Now we can do this. +1 damage. Now, I don't know if that damage is going to last, but we'll see. These little trinkets are like Slay the Spire trinkets. They do the same thing. The Lumi globes let us upgrade our skills, which I really want to upgrade my healing skill. What the fuck? Rubble on the target? Ooh. Deals 6 damage and destroys special hexes. Escape and collect as much Lumi as you can. So you're not supposed to fight necessarily. Okay. I actually kind of love this hand. So here's what we're gonna do. Because we deal 1 damage each turn. Just start with this and this. Because once these die, they give us Lumi. Let this happen. Oh shit. So I'm gonna do that. Actually, I want this guy because he moves a shit ton. Ooh, I'm not gonna die though. I'm gonna lose a lot of health, but I'm actually not gonna die, which is kind of ideal. Woo! Okay. First things first, I'm just gonna kill this guy. Because he's being a problem. Oh, I could put it under there. Okay, cool. So these crystals, by the way, they give us little, like little, 2 turns. Okay. They give us the dust that we use to upgrade. Doing that just in case something weird happens. Okay, so this guy gets hastened every time we use a grow effect, so we're going to do this. Do this. Okay, it's gonna die. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Sweet. And then I don't remember how to escape, to be perfectly honest. Hi, Gucci Arena. Good to see you. Welcome home. Our objective is escape. I don't really know how to do that, so I'm just gonna heal as much as I can. There we go. Sick. No problem. No problem. It's always good to see him. Lumi Globe. Woo! Okay. Red touch. Running spirits. Okay. Okay, I could take this out, like, right away with that. I don't want these guys. I might destroy them. Okay, that's fine. The big boys out first, eh? Not a bad turn. Okay. Kills that guy. So, fun fact, we actually want to stand on these. And cast spells if we can. Okay, that's all I can do here. What is this guy? Oh, he's fatigued, that's why. First, are you hungry? Hydrate, thank you for the hydrate. Thank you for the redeems in general. Okay, I'm out of water. Okay, I'll go hydrate. Hold on. Redeem on hold. Britta needed to be refilled. Make sure to water the stream. You gotta water your little streamer. You gotta do it. Yeah, it's way better to block these things if you at all possibly can. Let's see. We can block. This one. Yeah, sorry, buddy. I think this is the way. Okay, cool. Oh, that's right. Because he pushes people away when he dies. I forgot about that. Healing. There we go. Don't let any crawlers emerge. That's a hard one. I almost did it. It's very hard to do. God damn. Weirdest exercise, jumping jacks, but like legs in water for resistance. So you want to work on like inner, outer thighs. That's a very particular workout, and I kind of get it. I kind of get it. That it's a very particular kind of workout. Can I? Ah, damn. And okay, there we go. Got it. I knew that would fire up. Adductors and abductors like crazy. I don't know specific muscle groups, so I'm just gonna. Oh, interesting. I'm just gonna take your word for it. Ooh, I'll take an inspiring wisp. Can we summon onto anything? Oh, there. That's fine. It's kind of worth it. Oh, right. Okay, cool. I'm fine with that. There's an elite here. We want to rescue the person. A matter of life and death. Bested at last. Well, sooner or later, we all return to the oak. Causing quite a racket while moving through the nearby thicket. Here comes my demise. Oh, great oak. Accept my wisp and reclaim my Lumi. There's someone here, mister. Do you need our help? Be useful and abide by the role you've given me, mister? And though the voice is gone, my resolve is not. I don't think he can hear us. Let's remove these roots. Diego. Diego kind of kicks ass. Inner outer thighs. Ah, got it. I have a bathtub and a will. Hell yeah. Yeah, everybody exercise. I'm gonna be honest. Regular exercise kicks ass. I walk about a little over a mile a day, just going to and from work. And even that enough is good. But there was a time that I walked 10 miles a day. I'm going to be honest. That was a really shitty fucking time in my life when I first moved over here. I kind of felt great. Gonna be real. Ooh, someone in any occupied blank space. I'm protecting Diego and releasing him. Honestly, I can think of no better use. It's just worth it to kill shit sometimes. This guy's more important to deal with at range, so I'll do that guy. That's space. I really need to start working on all of these. I really didn't think this through. Well, I'm here now. Rough. Honestly, how about we do this? I think she's in a good spot. I'll summon you here. Protect. Go. It is an interesting dynamic that we open up Diego to attacks. I need to use her more. She's amazing. That range kicks ass. Okay. There we go. Sick. That's it. I'm still alive. Praise be the oak for sending me a savior. You must have been destined to meet. Let me repay my debt by being your guide in this sinister hand. Beautiful. I didn't like that today, but I can always do a little more core. Fuck yeah. That reminded me when I walked over 100 blocks in the city looking for a diner because I had cravings. Dog, I feel that. I mean, it is kind of sick just to be able to do that in a city, though. I'm gonna be real. I know you grew up in New York City, but it is just kind of sick to be able to do that. And rotations with you and hastens you. Whoa. That's kind of sick. Activates the ability. Allies deal damage. 1 damage to the enemy in front of them when they advance. Interesting. I think I like the one I have right now better, but always good to learn. I only have 1 fatigue. So that doesn't matter. We'll find a stray wisp. What we got? Becomes hastened. Cool. I'll take the sharp wisp, thank you. Already has one. It's you. little extra boost. So this is what has been following us through these tunnels. Source the tremors. Crawler could grow to such an enormous size only after thousands of cycles. With the voice gone, even the most ancient spirits can succumb to the eclipse. I see 30 health somewhere. Oh, 36. There it is. 36 and 5. Brutal. Burner ground to perform a lethal hit on digging up. That's spooky. Collapse the ceiling on each of your enemies. Summon a wild crawler. Okay. I think we can do this. Oh my god. Dude is fucking large. I love his vibes, though. His vibes are kind of kick-ass. Okay. So this is going to be an important spell, I think. I like the seedling quite a bit. It is immobile, which is very interesting. So if I do this, it's not going to be able to attack enemies, actually, so. Do this. And I'll do this, and next turn I can surge and throw the dude into him. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. Oh, I need to move him first. Ooh, that's a problem. Okay, cool. So we can survive this. And then I will cultivate. Quite want to do that. I bet the guy's gonna die for sure if I don't. Okay. He's gonna die anyways. That would suck. Not as much as getting hit by it, though. Now, I could save myself entirely if I really wanted to by sacking this guy. But that seriously doesn't seem worth it. That's why we can do this. Heal off the damage anyways. So that seems fine. We've got the Warden, which I think I want to spawn next turn. This guy's going to deal more damage, but he's not going to last nearly as long. I get pushed back. Cool. That actually helps. That helps quite a bit. So this lady can go here. just hit that. That would just hit those. I have 7, so I have 4 here. I could just deal 4 damage here, but that's not really worth it right now. 2 otherwise. Just gonna play this. Like this. That's just a bad spot to be at. I think this is better because she's not going to immediately die to the boss. I think I just take the attack. Theoretically, I do it like this, and I get pushed back, and I'm fine, right? Theoretically. I'm gonna be able to attack from there, though, which is pretty sick. I will cultivate that spot, so it takes an extra damage. Yeah, I'm not actually gonna get dealt any damage. That's kind of sick. I can see this big guy. Cool. Kind of sick as fuck, actually. Spot to spawn it. Oh, sick. He dealt himself 5 damage. Oh, that's actually kind of hell yeah. That's kind of fucking great. I need to be there anyways. Just gets you out of the blast zone. Gonna get dealt 3 damage, take a hit, and die, which is kind of his thing. Okay. Oh, that's right. Kind of sick though. Bam! Got it. Fucking got it. Woo! Oh, that was good. Let any ally get hit by the falling debris? Yeah, that was gonna fucking happen. Oh. Ooh, that felt good. Oh, we kicked that boss's ass. That was sick as fuck. Okay. Ooh. The unflinching sniper. Oh, shit. I can just give anyone an attack. I don't have any shields. Strength 3 for 2? Ooh, that's pretty spicy. And I can give it to myself, too. Which can be even better, because I can heal myself 3 per round, and that gives me up to 5. I get more damage on killing shit. Hydrate? Okay. I'll double hydrate. The British filter. Should have finished filter by now. Okay, I have the water. You still do the tarot? Absolutely, I do the tarot. Oh, my voice cracked a little bit. But yeah, I do tarot. I still do tarot. It's been a while since somebody redeemed it. But, while I was up, I remembered I had a very interesting thought I wanted to share with everybody once I got on stream today. And this seems like a good time. Not that it really matters. Oh, I gotta think about this amplify again. Okay, well, while I consider this, I'll explain this thing. Because I realized to accept reality on its terms, you also have to accept the mist. And what do I mean by the mist? I mean all the unknown, right? Because in any given moment, there is so much you don't know about yourself, your surroundings, your future. And in my head, I think about that as the mist, because we try to put together the swirlings of the mist as something that we know, or that we can be sure of. You know, people are like, oh, I'm sure this is going to happen, or whatever, and then sometimes it just doesn't, because the future doesn't exist yet. And there are so many things, there's always going to be something around you that you're not sure of, and you just have to accept that unknown to really accept reality on its terms. You have to accept that mist. I'm going to do a little EB, honk shoe, honk shoe. Okay, good night, Latrap. Being that you didn't sleep last night, I'm really glad you're going to bed. Enjoy your eat. Enjoy your little sleepy. I hope you sleep well. You have to accept the mist. You have to accept the unknowns. And that's something that I realized I needed to do today, actually. And I needed to accept the unknown. Oh, I got an extra reward. Oh, I see. And when I did that, I don't know, it settled the confidence into me that I've never had before, because I realized all the hesitation went away. Because if I accept all the unknown, then there's nothing to worry about. I've already accepted it. You know, no matter what it is, it's accepted. It's very good. It's a level that I don't think I could have gotten to without accepting the unknown to me. And I realize there's a lot of people that are like just total assholes that try to replicate this effect by just saying, there is nothing wrong with me. I am perfect. I am righteous. I am whatever. I'm hot shit. And they say there's nothing that needs to change about me. There is no unknown, and everything in me is great. And that has so many problems with it, because it's just not true. And then you become a total asshole, and you just end up in a pit that you never even realized was there. Tax. Ooh. That one. What's the unknown to you? Anything that I just don't know. Like, personally, right? So, not anything that isn't known. People know shit all the time, but things that I personally don't know. That's what I mean by the unknown. Anything that I personally don't know. So, when I think about that towards myself, usually the thought was, there's something wrong with me, right? Because that was what I grew up with all the time. And I learned to let that go, you know, and just accept whatever it is inside of me as a part of me. Because even if it is bad, theoretically, it's already there. The monster is already under the bed, you know? Yeah, anything that I'm just not aware of. This one is extremely dangerous. It can entomb you, making you unable to do anything, even summon spirits. You will lose all your units. Lose if all your units are entombed at the start of your turn. Wow. Curious about that. Oh, I see. Oh, there's just an enemy in there. Oh, shit. Well, this is fine. I think I'm gonna... Hold on. Can I save? Probably can't save mid-fight, right? Oh, I can just continue. Oh, hell yeah. This game's pretty great. Okay. So I actually kind of want to get into this. Yeah, fuck it. I'm following my instincts. I am... following the winding road. Chat time and game. Is that what we want to do? We're doing Power Washer Sim. I think. I'm assuming it's available. I might have bought it. Because I have thoughts. Because now I want to get into this. And I think that is fine. Update. Okay, fine. We can start now. Yeah, I'm glad you want to hear it. But yeah, like I had these thoughts at work, and what's funny is I'm realizing to keep these thoughts to myself generally, because saying them at work to a bunch of angry gamblers doesn't really, add anything to my day. Doesn't really do anything. I realize that I just have stopped caring about that audience, and so it doesn't really carry the same energy that it used to. I think I've gotten everything out of work that I could have, but it was a good tutorial for streaming. But yeah, accepting the unknown. I realize it's like a very important part of the cult, of all of this, right? That will be officially. You know what? I'm fine talking about this. I'm gonna officially enact the cult on the 28th. We're gonna have a big sermon. We're gonna talk about the foundational beliefs. We're gonna sum everything up, and then we have regular sermons after that, so that I don't just stop in the middle of streaming to do this shit. But for now, I absolutely am, because I think it's important. Because I think it's important. Yeah, let's start the career. Cool. Accepting reality where it is on its terms is very important. Right? It is kind of, you could call it a foundational belief. I think it is the foundational belief, really. It's where everything else comes from, and a part of accepting reality where it's at is by accepting the fact that you don't know and that there is unknown, right? And in accepting the unknown, you can actually like move forward with your life, because every little bit of the unknown that you don't accept haunts you, right? Either you're going to believe something that isn't true, or you're going to constantly worried about something that you cannot control. One of the two. And on top of that, you just will be, I think probably the biggest point, is that you're separated from reality. You're not accepting it on its terms, because on its terms, you don't know. And that's the spooky part. Especially for someone like me, where I was raised to believe that there was something inherently wrong with me. That there was something inherently dangerous with just being a human. Can I just do this? Oh, there we go. Oop. Roller fell off. Oh god, I need to unplug that. Controller was vibrating, that's why it fell off. Accepting the mist. And when I started to accept the mist in myself, that unknown, the things I don't know about myself, like I mentioned before, it was almost a recipe for pure confidence. It was believing and loving myself in a way that I couldn't otherwise. And really, this actually leads into something totally different. This leads into a very important fact about the core, which I should talk about now. And again, this will all be summed up in the foundational sermons. It's still wild that this is happening. Like, can I just say that? It's just absolutely wild that, like, this is a thing that's happening. That I'm finally being able to do this and talk to people about this shit excitedly. But yeah. The core of who you are is where your interests, talent, and enjoyment meet. Where they sum up to be to have the most total between the three. And in your core, you will find the most effective way to gather Aether. This is really kind of all adding up. Maybe we're doing a little pre-foundational sermon. to gather life fuel, right? You're going to be able to do the most if you invest everything into whatever your core is. And to find your core, you have to accept that you don't know it, right? Right now, I find my core in streaming. I think it's going to be like for years. I've been searching for a long time. It lines up really well, but who knows, right? The important thing is that I'm willing to change and to adjust if I found something better. If I found something that fit me more, right? And it took me a long time to find this. But it certainly didn't fucking help that I was afraid of myself. In fact, it made it so much harder. If I'd been willing to accept the mist and the unknown, I probably would have been hardcore streaming a couple of years ago at the latest, you know? And when it comes to accepting other people and their core, it really helps to accept the mist. Because it does two things. One, it makes you realize there's no guarantee this person is going to be good. Right? Like, so many people get into relationships and friendships, and they think this person is going to change and going to get better, and then it's going to be worth it. And that just isn't the case. You don't know. You don't know what's in there, right? And on the good side, you also don't know the positive things that could be there, right? It urges both caution and excitement. Every time I think about, like, this kind of life advice, accepting reality where it's at is always number one, I'm finding. Always by far the most important thing. Most helpful thing. It's the start to all of it. I mean, it was the basis of this whole belief system. All these thoughts. It was accepting reality where it's at. And then I realized that value doesn't exist, and that we get to decide that for ourselves. And it's still crazy to me that there are people along for the journey, too. It's so crazy to me that, like, any of this is happening. So close. Perfect. So. Oh shit, I didn't get these. Okay. And like, accepting the mist is also a big part of a lot of daily life, too. I'm along for the journey? Fuck yeah. I mean, you did say you drank the Kool-Aid. I don't think I can ask you to do any more than drink the Kool-Aid. I think that's about as committed as it gets. Perfect. When you go into, like, work or a new experience or any experience, two things happen if you don't accept the mist. One or both of two things, right? Either you go in and you look around and you're like, okay, this is awful. This is all going to be bad. Because all of that unknown has to be filled with something. There has to be some assumption to fill that unknown, whatever it is, right? There has to be some assumption there. And you're going to tend one way or the other. And either you're going to think this is going to be fucking terrible, and I shouldn't do this, or whatever. Or you're going to think it's going to be great, and everything's good when it's not. Both are bad. Both are equally bad, I've found. Right? Thinking that everything is good when it isn't just allows the bad to continue existing. And thinking that everything is bad when it's good just loses you a chance to collect Aether. Right? Loses you a chance to collect life fuel. Both are very bad. You have to be willing to accept the mist. And before I had the term, the mist, right, to describe the unknown, I still did it to some extent, adventuring and doing other things like that. Oh, I'm glad that got the top. But not nearly as much as I could. When you have the active thought, you can remind yourself to not do that. To not reject the mist and try to figure it out, or try to force it to be something that it's not. Because that's one of the options we have. Is you can just kind of try to believe that it is something. But if you don't accept reality, you can't affect it. That's the other part of accepting the mist. Is that because the unknown is a part of reality, you cannot properly affect reality. Or really, you can only affect reality up to the point that you accept the mist. Right? You cannot change, you can't affect anything for better or for worse until you accept it. And my prime example is always the idea that you have a boulder, and you need to move that boulder. And if you believe it's 20 feet to the left that it actually is, you're going to have a really fucking rough time pushing the boulder. You know? And it seems silly to think about it that way, but we do that all the time. You believe something about a situation or a person that just isn't true. Because you just haven't accepted reality where it's at. Either that they're better or worse, usually, than what they actually are. That's the most common thing. Accept reality on its terms. It's so important to do that. I mean, that's what leads to the whole belief system. The whole idea of morality doesn't exist. Which, to me, is just the truth. Right? So I will profess it as such. But I understand it's a debate. People believe otherwise, and they absolutely can. They absolutely can. But it really is an individual thing. And you know what? I don't think I've talked about this, but I think it would be very good to talk about this. The fact, the whole point of this, right? I talked about destroying the illusion of obligation, which I think is true. But at the end of the day, the most important thing in the Deepwood cult is experiencing more life. That is the base of it all. Right? The oath we take is to experience as much life as we can. And that's why the core is important. That's why Aether is important. Life fuel. Is that all of those things are important to experiencing the most life. Because you'll experience the most life when you put all of your resources towards your core and gather as much Aether as you possibly can. And the core, the idea of putting everything towards the core is subject to the fact that that's what gets you most Aether. It is more important to gather Aether. Whatever gives you life fuel, right? Now, I think whatever is at your core will get you the most Aether. But of course, I'm going to be wrong about something. That might be it. I don't think it is, but it might be. And so whatever gets you the most Aether. Like that, experience more life. And also the illusion of obligation. Yeah. Because it really is an illusion. Nobody's obligated towards anything. And again, all the assholes already know that. They're all already aware. In the Cult of the Deepwood, we simply seek to make sure that everybody knows it's an illusion. That you have the ability to do so. And if you want to live as much life as possible, to experience as much life as possible, then you can join us, and that's great, but you absolutely don't fucking have to. The point is to know that, like, so many people feel forced into things. Right? So many people feel forced into beliefs, into, like, family obligations, and it just isn't true. At the end of the day, it just isn't true. We're not forced. We're not obligated to anything. I think a lot of people need to hear that. Oh, you know what's actually something else that I was thinking of that a lot of people need to hear, that would be good to talk about here? Is the idea that you do not need to be who you need to be right now. That's not the point. You don't need to be strong enough to deal with whatever it is that you're dealing with right in this moment. You can become however strong or whoever you need to be. Because so many people look at a challenge and they say, I could never do that. And that might be true as you are. If you do not change, you might not be able to do it. But that's not always going to be true. That's not always going to be true. You can take steps to grow. And that's the important part. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to get it right the first time. But you get better. And then eventually, the problem may have passed, right? You may not be able to change fast enough to deal with the problem. You'll be able to deal with it the next time. I think people miss a lot of hope that they could have. I think a lot of it is the illusion of obligation. Right? The idea that they have to do or be things. You absolutely don't. Spawn ball is insane. Is it tab? Yeah, there we go. But people feel like their options are reduced. And then when you look at those reduced options, yeah, it looks pretty bad. Right? They don't have to be reduced. It's up to your choice. You know? You have no idea how I needed to hear that, because I'm literally going through that right now. I'm so fucking glad. This is the fucking reward of being willing to stop what I'm doing and play Power Wash Sim and just talk for a while. This is all I've wanted, is to be able to give people those words that they need to hear. Whatever words I can give. But yeah. You don't have to be enough right now. You really don't have to be anything. Let's start with there. You don't have to be anything. You do not have to fix the problem. You can want to fix the problem. That's fine. But you don't have to. You know? You don't have to. So start there. And then from that, understand that You don't have to fix it right now. You don't have to fix it right away. None of that's true. Especially for you. Being that you're in the Cult of the Deepwood. Gucci Arena, the only thing that's important to you is to collect Aether. And that's it. Whatever that is. It's time with family and friends, doing what you love, right? But whatever is at the center of your talent, interest, and enjoyment, whatever helps you the most, right? Whatever brings you the most life fuel, right? Whatever thing gets you to the end of the day and you have the biggest feeling of, wow, I could do anything, right? That's the only thing that you care about. Everything else is whatever. It doesn't matter what you do or don't complete. It doesn't matter what you achieve. It doesn't matter if you fail. Your only objective is to collect Aether. And have a good fucking time doing it. Because that gets you more Aether. Because at this point, being that you've had the Kool-Aid, that's all you have to worry about. Because your only goal is to experience as much life as possible. And to do that, it's meeting reality on its own terms, collecting Aether, and in those ways, for those reasons, knowing yourself better. Right? To collect more Aether, to know yourself, to know your core, to be more you. That's really all you have to do is to be more you. And the mist, all of the unknown, whatever it is that you will and won't do for your life is accepted. All of that is accepted already. You don't need to worry about any of it. It doesn't matter if it's good or if it's bad. It is just a part. In summary, in a weird summary, I realized why I felt so weird. There's no music. Everything's okay. You're okay, no matter what happens. Even if, unfortunately, you die tomorrow, everything's okay. Last 100 years and don't accomplish a single other thing with your life, that's fine. I think one of the biggest obligations that I want to eradicate is the obligation of success. The obligation of achievement. You don't got to do shit, right? People tell you all the time that you have to do things, right? I'm trying to get clicked away. They're like, oh, you got to succeed. You got to make money. You gotta spend time with your family. You don't got to do shit. There's not a single thing that you have to do. And including success, including achievement. You do not have to travel. You don't have to have a single happy moment if you don't want to. If happiness doesn't give you Aether, be an aesthetic. Doesn't matter. You spend the rest of your life doing nothing. Just collect Aether. It's gonna look different for everybody too. That's the point. And like I've mentioned this before, but I firmly believe that the goodness in people, from what I can tell, is the unique part, right? The unique part of you is the good. Destroying stuff has nothing to do with it, right? That's the same among anybody. And sometimes breaking something is making something else, but that's up to you to know and to learn over time. It's a unique journey that only you can go on, and that I only hope to help you with. Like, you're just fucking good. Like, that's one of the things I realized, is that, like, when I started this, is that the whole message at the end of the day is like, yeah, you're good, man. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to be anything for this cult. You don't need to, like, sacrifice. None of that shit. None of that shit. There we go. Perfect. You simply are. And it doesn't matter if it's not fine to somebody. That's the other funny thing. It's like, I can say you are, and that's fine, because yes, I do firmly believe that, but it's really up to you to decide what you believe is fine, because it's up to you to decide what you value, not anyone else. And that's not even saying, like, it should be this way, I'm just saying it is that way. Whether or not it's good, that's just the way that life is. Is that our values, the values we assign to things is just entirely up to us. Whether or not that's a good thing. It just is. It just is. Sleep didn't work back here. Welcome back, Latrap. Welcome back. We're doing cult talks. It's an impromptu sermon, basically. Yeah. You simply are. And you are accepted. And, like, I think that's the other, like, probably more powerful, kind of subtle thing about the cult of the Deepwood is that you are and you're accepted. Whatever that is. Does it mean that, like, you're found good by the people in the Deepwood cult? No. Will I ban you if you're an asshole? Absolutely. Like, I'm gonna protect this completely, but I do accept that you are. And I do accept the way that you are. I'm not gonna deny that. I'm not gonna deny that you are you. For better or for worse, right? For better or for worse, I'm not gonna deny that you are you. If someone's an asshole, I'm gonna ban them, like, because they're an asshole, you know? Offers an Oreo. You need to be able to just, like, drop ship people Oreos. That needs to be a service we provide. People come into chat, they're like, hey, you want an Oreo? Well, welcome to the chat. Would you like an Oreo? Same day delivery of a single Oreo. It shows up in a large box. You wonder what you were delivered, and it's just one Oreo inside. It's not even packaged. It's just, like, loose, rolling around in the cardboard box. It's like crumbs, and the inside filling is spread out everywhere. But they did get an Oreo. They did get one total Oreo's worth of cookie. Yeah. If you have any questions, by the way, this is a good time to mention. I have an AMA redeemed now. I don't know how much it is. I asked Ven to make it for me, and they made it because they're amazing. I trust that Oreo, though. Damn. I don't know if that's commitment for the Oreo or just blind trust in the mystery box. I think it's a little bit of both. Well, that's kind of fucking metal. I can respect that. I can respect trusting the strange mystery Oreo. I mean, you guys can also just ask me things, but if it makes you more comfortable to use Redeem. It's lack of self-preservation. That's, you know what? Fucking true. I did the same thing through high school, just eating whatever. And stuff like that out of lack of self-preservation. Same shit. Dunks it in cult Kool-Aid. Perfect. No, I interrogate streamers for free. Exactly. You know, I mainly put that on there because I think sometimes people... I know sometimes people feel like they can't ask things, and I just want people to know I am an open book, and I'm happy to answer anything. And I needed to say it at least some point to check it off my list of, okay, that's been said. I have said that thing. Because as you can tell, my mind kind of goes everywhere. Yeah. It's funny, I talk about Aether so much, and it's just because I've realized it just comes up a lot, right? In any given situation, I've been thinking, what gets me the most Aether? And it is the best thought I can have. Because it makes it very clear exactly what I want. It gives a very clear objective, right? What in this moment gets me the most Aether? Because it's not what's the most fun. It's not what's, you know, going to make me the happiest in this moment or long term or whatever. It's Aether. So if the short-term happiness is going to get me the most Aether, go for it if it's a long-term thing. So, like, for instance, I have a Swiss roll and a cup of coffee every day at work. It costs a little bit of money to get the Swiss roll. The coffee's free, thankfully. And it's really sugary. But I know it gets me more Aether having that nice little treat during work than anything else. Than not having the Swiss roll, than having something else. And that's it. That's all I need to do. It gives me more inspiration for life, more life fuel to have that Swiss roll and coffee. Which is, it's a wonderful combination. It's also just a nice comfort that I really need during work. And I can probably find something better, but you know, that's up for when I eventually find that better thing. Beautiful. I opened the blueberry Oreos and took a sniff because I was curious. And wow. Are they incredibly blueberry? I hope they're incredibly blueberry. Oreos has become king of wild as fuck flavors, and I am grateful for it. Because they were just the same flavor for so long. It serves the inner imp in my heart very well. See them change. Yes, okay, cool. Chair-shaped dirt hole in the fence. You know Charlie and Chocolate Factory and the girl that chewed the gum that was a whole meal? Violet? Yes, I do remember Violet and how she turned into a giant blueberry. Are you gonna turn into a giant blueberry? Do you need help? Do you need to be juiced? You know what? I was gonna take it back, but I'm like, no, that has other connotations and I'll let it stand. It stands. Do you need to be juiced? It's an acceptable phrase. I'll juice my audience. Felt like I got attacked. I'd expect no less from Oreo's wild as fuck flavors department. Juice me, collect me in my nut bottle. Will do. Do you still have the nut bottle? The nut bottle at this point is like a sacred relic. Oh, that's something I could talk about that I actually have really been wanting to talk about. Is sacred, just sacred things in general, right? I can talk about sacred memories and objects, but the idea of something being sacred. Okay. So, value is decided by the individual, right? And significance is as well. Significance is something that you just decide to give, right? So if your life doesn't feel like it has anything significant going on, it is purely because you have not made anything in your life significant. You have not chosen for anything in your life to be significant. That's the long and short of it, right? Is that it's something that you have to choose to give. It doesn't seem that way at first because as kids, we automatically just find what our parents find significant. But it is a choice. We're just choosing to go along with our parents, right? And so anything can be sacred. And it's just up to what you find sacred. And it doesn't make it any less important than any other sacred thing ever. If those blueberry Oreos are sacred, it's sacred, right? It is a sacred thing. So memories, like shows, theme songs, stuff like that, those things that you really hold in your heart and just mean so much to you, they're sacred. They're sacred X. Whatever it is. And I think that's so important for people to realize is that, like, they look at what they find important as like, well, it's not actually that important. And so they feel like they waste energy, right? because they believe that someone else can control what is important in their life or significant or what is significant. And so either they often don't put in as much energy into it and don't get as much Aether out as they could, right? They will often shy away from it, losing Aether just because it's fucking sad. There's a lot of things that can happen when you aren't willing to, or you don't realize that you can respect the sacred things in your life. Whatever is sacred to you. And it's sad, because it is sacred. And it's okay to live that way. You know? Like, it doesn't matter if you spend your whole life protecting the nut bottle. If the nut bottle is sacred to you, and that's what gives you Aether, fucking go for it. Fucking go for it. Absolutely. People may say, oh yeah, you wasted your life. Absolutely not. If you spend your life doing what is closest to your core and what gives you the most Aether, you're never going to feel like it's a waste. You're going to know it's not a waste. And it's also not up to other people, too. On top of that, because value is entirely decided by the individual, nothing can be a waste unless you agree that it is. Right? Unless you say so, nothing is a waste. Because nothing has meaning or value anyways. One implies the other. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that. Of course, silly me. It tastes like blueberry mint? Okay, I'm gonna be real. That sounds fucking awful. I don't think I'd want blueberry mint in my mouth, ever. I don't think I've ever thought about those flavors and said, you know what, I want to try that one day. Blueberry mint is... that's something I've never heard of. And I think for good reason. I think for good reason I have never heard of blueberry mint. It burns my neck. I'm gonna hope that you mean throat. Because if it burns the outside of your neck by eating it, that's something else. I got an infection on my leg. Don't worry, it's not that bad. And I have antibiotics. And they dehydrate me, and I keep forgetting to extra hydrate. So actually, thank you for the extra hydrate routine today. It's important. But I just sucked down some water and was like, why? I've been drinking water. Why the fuck? And then I remembered. Never felt this sensation before. Damn. Blueberry Oreos making you feel a way that you've never felt before / negative. What an incredible achievement. Yeah. Everything we're doing is fucking crazy. Can I just talk about that for a minute? This whole thing is fucking crazy. I was thinking about our stats a while ago. And considering the amount of hours that I stream and the absolute lack of social media that I produce, we're absolutely blowing up. It's not on a large scale yet, right? It is quiet, but it is blowing up. We are like growing at a rate that is very unusual considering the circumstances. And that idea gets me every time. And I'm just so excited for the future. And I know it's going to take years. I at least assume it's going to take years. Honestly surprised I've gotten this far in as short a time than I have. It hasn't even been a full year yet. I think it's been like 6 months since I really started going at it. We're moving forward. And I'm going to have the model soon, which is going to be its own boon. Everything's moving forward. It's getting me sentimental. I think back to the original early streams. It's kind of weird. I already have something to be sentimental about. Fuck. Yeah, let's just call the follow age 18. It's meant to be 18 for a while. We're officially going to, at least we were officially going to change it in when the model was released, but we'll start it now that the follow age is 18. I just see no reason that it shouldn't be. Oh, that's what you mean by follow age. Ah, I didn't realize what that was. Today I've learned something. Honestly, the idea of eating this with milk? Yeah, that sounds disgusting. That sounds disgusting. Since May. May, April, June, July, August, September, October, November. So like 8 months. And so we're actually kind of coming around to a year pretty soon, actually. It's probably going to be about a year. No. I definitely started streaming later than this. Yeah, so we'll call it a year in next May. To have a stable community like this in a year, fucking fantastic, man. You guys kick ass. You really do, and it's a huge part of why I'm streaming. I know I would stream anyways. The amount of happiness I get from seeing you guys pop in here, it's hard to describe. I don't know what it is, but there's something about community, about a coming together of people that always gets me. Didn't when I was religious, and it fucking certainly does now. It just means so much to me to have everybody around. Yeah, it's much more satisfying. Much better, there we go. Did I come on a gifted sub and it stayed? It's almost a baby? What? But no, I'm pretty sure you did come in on a gifted sub and stayed. That does sound very, and it's kind of specific too. Oh my god, I remember. I'm pretty sure you got your gifted sub from my Mist stream when I did that. And then you came in a stream later and just stuck around. Let's remember. Oh, I get what you mean. 9 months to be a baby. Okay. Yes. It's almost a baby. You did You know what Mist is? Yeah, I played Mist. I never continued it. I paused. I think I was too anxious at the time about streaming to do puzzle games on stream, but I'd be happy to go back. Came in on my own then? No, that's when the gifted sub came through, I'm pretty sure. You might have come in on your own. Do you know the game Mist? Would you have showed up for Mist? Somebody streaming Mist? That'd be kind of sick. I love that game. I have such a chronicle with that game. My grandpa got it, couldn't beat it. My dad tried it, couldn't beat it. And then my brother and I, working together, spent a whole summer with notes and everything, and then eventually beat it. And then I forgot everything. I remembered bits and pieces, but yeah. But yeah, I did Mist. It was one of the first games that I did. And what's funny is that I remember Oliver was from that time. Because he came in on a raid of a person that is now rebranded to Max the Goblin. Oh man, it was so funny. Because back then, the Mist stream was the stream that I did right after I hit affiliate. And there was kind of like a stage in streaming where like all your friends are like really supportive and trying to give you a good head start, which they definitely did. And then they go doing their own shit, you know? They go do their own shit, which is very valid and healthy. But yeah, it was kind of like right at the end of that time. It's kind of the friends helping out era. It's very nostalgic. Oh my god, I love watching Mist streams. I had it on my iPad and didn't beat the whole thing. But my iPad broke, so I just watched the streams. Ah. I see. Fuck yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that's where you came from. It's kind of funny. Latrap, where did you come from? I'm just a stranger. Yeah, you showed up. I think you just showed up on a Magic stream, right? My mother, duh. No, no, no. We all know that you were Divine Conception. Come on. You're not going to trick us with this I have parents bullshit. No, we all know that you just kind of showed up into life. But on this stream, I'm pretty sure it was a Magic stream. I believe. You can't trick us that you have parents. We're not going to fall for that shit. Just spawned. You did. You just spawned in. Magic, yeah. I got a lot of cool people from Magic. It's funny because I had no idea what I had to do back then. And because of that, I had no confidence in, like, what I was streaming. Because now that I know, like, the cult is a thing that I want to do, and that it is that what we're doing, I'm very confident in streaming stuff like this. Because I know it's what's important to me. It's building up that community. But I remember when I started streaming stuff other than Magic, I felt bad because, you know, other people were around because they were doing mainly Magic things. But I realized, you know, you just have different people, and they still filter in occasionally, which is cool. And I'm sure they lurk, right? It's just amazing how, wow, I thought that was a shadow. That was just dirt. It's amazing how insecure you can feel when you first start doing this stuff. How worried you can be. Can you please stream and beat Mist sometime? Absolutely. Absolutely. It would be good to go back, I think. There is something very satisfying about going back to an old game that I haven't played in a long time. That, like, kind of finishing the commitment, you know? Tying up loose ends. Kind of wrapping up the story. Mist does have a great story, by the way. Yeah, I remember I was a world apart when I started streaming Mist. I was so much more insecure. I was so much more worried about everything. I mean, that's just what it's going to be when you start streaming. I had no idea what was entertaining or what to do. I was just kind of going for it. So yeah, I'd love to stream Mist. Had a very annoying puzzle, if I remember correctly. But I mean, that's just the nature of the game. I've never played the sequels. Oh, you've never played the sequels? Oh, we have to go back. Then we have to go back. The other Mist games are so good. Oh, I could play Mist 3 Exile. I've barely touched the second game, but I've beaten the third game pretty heavily. My brother and I rented it from a video game store, so we spent like a whole weekend only playing... Oh, this counts as Pond Wall, that's why. Only playing Mist 3 and beat it. It was great. I love Mist 3 so much. The other Mist games are so good. That whole series is classic. We defo saw the character development. I'm fucking sure. Right? Like, the funny thing is that, like, as I grow, and even as I feel myself relax as I'm talking, because all the cult stuff is kind of new, expressing those thoughts without hesitating kind of makes me hesitate. You know, like, you express the thoughts without hesitating, and then your brain kind of backs up for a second and says, maybe you shouldn't do that. But, like, as I got better and as I grew, the streams got better and more people hopped in, more people were around, the viewership went up. I mean, it's just like we talked about. It's something that is up to you, right? It's up to the quality of the streams. Oh my god. So much dirt. Hell yeah. I hit the mother load. But yeah, I'm sure you guys have seen it. Things have changed quite a bit. And I have better and worse days, but I think that's always going to be true. And on top of that, I'm kind of falling into new things that I then get used to on stream. It's funny because I kind of had a final moment of hesitation. When I was gone for 4 days, part of it was because I was sick, right? That was the main reason, is because of the infection and getting that dealt with, which I don't remember if I mentioned. I hope I mentioned it. But the other part, there was a part of me that was like, kind of wanted to see if this is really what I wanted to do. You know, there's just always going to be that nagging part of you. And every day I was like, I just want to be streaming. I just want to be streaming every day. And there was what if you don't do it for 2 days, 3 days? No, every fucking day. Every fucking day. And, like, when you have doubts like that, I've learned it doesn't do anything to turn away from them. They're there for a reason, and it's just more important to address them, right? To know for sure. To listen to what they have to say and handle it accordingly. Did the confidence you get from streaming bleed over off stream? Absolutely. Absolutely. The confidence that I got from streaming. Oh, that is cool. Okay. Bled over into everything. And vice versa, right? So, getting more confident in real life, got more confident on streaming. Got more confident in streaming, got more confident in real life. Back and forth. It's a pendulum. And it's not 100%, right? But it got me in the right mindset to do one and then the other. And mostly it settled me. So it was, rather than the big confidence boost that I got today, usually it was just a anxiety reduction. I got more used to things. I got more comfortable with it. I got more, I guess, happy with it. Even now I feel my gut, you know, tense, and I feel anxious to some degree, but I think actually mostly it's excitement. Mostly it's I'm building for what will come, because streaming with a model is going to be totally different than streaming with a PNG, because I talk with my hands, and because I can express so much more with my hands, and I know that will be coming through. God, the excitement from that is just building up, right? So there's a part of me that's kind of preserving energy that way. Ooh, very pretty. Yeah, Lith died. Yeah, I apologize for dying. I probably should have said something in the server, but I don't think my head was in the right place to do that. And it also just kind of happened. Like, it was just like, oh, it'd be better not to stream today, and then it happened 4 days in a row. Mostly because of the infection. You get really weak when you have an infection going on. Your body's like, it's rest time. It's time to rest. You're not going to get up and do anything today. Not for a single second. There we go. Sweet. But I'm back now. And what's funny is that it was kind of a final test for both Ven and I. Because one of the things that was been happening behind the scenes is that Ven and I, when I first started streaming, one of the biggest challenges was not having a ton of time with each other. Right? Because we are each other's rocks. And especially when we moved here, things were really fucking tough. I was working that terrible, shitty job, and we had no money, and we were constantly stressed and kind of starving. And so, even though we were away from that at the time, when we were healthy and we were stable, all of that fear and anxiety was still there from that time. I think some of it might still be, if not in very faint echoes. So I would stream off and on, right? But then, recently, we started sitting there, and on the days that I took off, we'd be like, not hanging out. We'd be just kind of doing our own things and kind of realizing, well, this could have been a really good stream day. But we wanted to make sure that we had the time with each other that we needed, and, you know, the emotional support and all that kind of stuff. And that's what we just kind of realized, is that I'm going to be streaming now probably 5 days a week from kind of the vibes we were getting and how things were feeling. And it's going to be a healthy 5 days a week. I'm not pushing myself. It's just what I want to do. Because I realized that's what I wanted to do, and Ven's gotten, you know, more settled as well. Getting into, like, Raid and WoW and hanging out with friends and doing other things like that. So we've settled a lot. And so, more streams. The infection's got hands, and I'm salty. I can anger at my body. Did you get an infection? Are we infection buddies? But infections do have fucking hands. Once they start happening. In fact, okay, so this is kind of funny. When the doctor looked at my leg, which is not that bad. The last infection I had before this was really bad. When I was gone for like 2 weeks, that one was fucking intense. That was a near-death experience. I don't know if I was actually near dying, but it sure fucking, I sure thought that in the moment. Thought I was gonna have to lose like an arm and a leg, if that. Also, literally. But, yeah, no. Once they're set in, they are stubborn. Craig, stop scamming me. I'm not scamming you. Hush, you know you love it. Good to see you, by the way. Welcome home. So I got bacteria infection in my heart before. Fuck, that sucks. Holy shit. The only place that I could possibly think that's worse than the heart getting an infection is the brain, which I'm pretty sure is really fatal. I'm pretty sure you die before you realize you had a brain infection, but god damn. How did you treat that even? What was it like, if you don't mind me asking? Can I open this? There we go. Cool. Metagenus. Oh wow, you guys actually know the fucking names? No, I did mention a brain infection being assumably incredibly deadly. Yes. But no, Latrap was saying that he got infection in his heart. Endocarditis. Pericarditis, yeah, it's caused swelling and inflammation in my heart lining. What the fuck does that even feel like? You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, but that sounds incredibly uncomfortable. I assume it comes with a whole host of side effects. Oh, it's Lightning McQueen. Look at him go. Pericarditis is inflammation. Salve around the heart, not the heart itself. I think... Thank you. But I think that does, in my opinion, that still fucking counts. I know it's not technically true, but I would still call that a heart infection. Are you fucking texting me? Are you watching me from the fucking... How... I hate it when people do that. Let me do my job, right? As somebody who's done house cleaning and shit, having the client watch you is the most uncomfortable fucking thing. There we go. It's the most uncomfortable part of doing house cleaning is somebody just standing there staring at you, judging your work. Even if they're just super excited. It is better that way, though. I loved working for the families that were just really fucking hyped to have their house clean. It's pretty fucking great. Is this actually gonna work? Glitching geometry for the win? Hell yeah. Progressive inflammation. Like meningitis is not the brain itself, it's the membrane of the brainstem and the brain. Interesting. And it's swelled to a point that my heart pumping hard enough would give me jolts of pain. Damn. To the point that I passed out twice in a row in the span of 10 minutes. God damn. That would be a... To be worse for sure, but sucks, yeah. That's a weak heart as well. Well, now it's weaker, yay. Brutal. Brutal. Well, I'm glad you're still fucking here. I'm glad you're still fucking here, and I'm glad it's over. I'm glad it's over. That is certainly something to celebrate. Yeah, infection's got fucking hands. I can't imagine how scary that was. Well, actually, no, I can imagine how scary that was. When I got my first infection, it wasn't quite as bad. Because I fucking could see it at the very least. I think that helps me. Like, I think I would have a worse time with a heart infection. But my arm, my left arm and leg were swollen up like a balloon, and my hand. Right? So everywhere from like or like upper bicep down on my left side was swollen to shit. My right leg was a little bit swollen, and my right hand was starting to swell too. And it was super resistant to antibiotics. Had a really rough time with that. And the antibiotics almost didn't work. Well, we were basically to the end. We got to the very end, and I still wasn't unswollen. It had gotten significantly better, but I wasn't down totally. I was super nervous about it. And I was so sick. I was sleeping all day, every day. I was, you know, like, I had a fever, the whole 9 yards. It was bad. I got so mad at my body when the doc told me I probably passed out from pain and shock. Yeah. That, I would also be pissed. That's a valid response. This shit on the daily. Was it really resistant, or does your immune system just suck? Now, at the time, I assumed it was really resistant. But there is now a good chance that my immune system just sucks. There hasn't been any, like, indication of it before, but now I have another infection, and I'm 25. Right? And the doctor was looking at it, I was like, this isn't fucking normal for you to get infections like this. And also, my other foot got an infection. Like, up to this point, my immune system isn't fucking great. The doctor said it could have been diabetes from poor nutrition, and I did eat nothing but bread and milk in high school, so that would be funny karma. But yeah, there is now a solid evidence. Either I got really unlucky, or my immune system does just suck at this point. Which, honestly, people deal with this from birth. I'm not really complaining. I've had pretty much perfect health most of my life, and I'm just grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. I'm also grateful that my career, streaming, does not require me to be around people. So if it is that, then I'm kind of good. I deadass was telling myself, I know I've had worse pain. Dude, I have told myself in moments like that, like when you're like really hurting, you're like, I've had worse. It's just kind of a way to try to power through it. Unless you did deadass have worse pain and you just happened to pass out on that one, which is kind of funny. Kind of a funny takeaway from a shitty situation. But yeah. I don't know if you, Toes, if you would have any ways to tell, any signs that it's just my immune system sucking. But yeah. It's all been skin infections too, specifically. There we go. Question, if you're vaxxed from COVID, did that fuck you up? No. Nah, when I got the COVID vaccine, that didn't really fuck me up at all. I felt a little something for a minute, I think, but then it was fine. I've never really had a problem with vaccines. Mine did? Brutal. I know some people had rough side effects taking in the vaccine. Their immune system really fucked them up. Which that kind of actually makes me think that's kind of sounds in favor almost of like my immune system sucks because it wasn't doing anything. I don't know if I'm off thinking that way. But it's the immune system that makes you feel like shit until the disease really starts going, as far as I know. There we go. Perfect. Passed out for all 4 shots. Oh, you meant like taking the shots. Oh, yeah, no, I haven't really ever had a problem with needles. I had a blood clot. Ooh, damn. That sucks. I'm being honest. I don't know if the blood clot is related, but I don't know if it's not. That definitely sounds weird, but I mean, that also just fucking sucks. Fucking brutal. I don't really know how long it takes a blood clot to form now that I think about it. But, you know, I didn't have any effects from the vaccine. When I got COVID, though, that fucked me up. That sure fucked me up good. I was fucking out for COVID. I was in bed. That one really got me. I didn't have many coughing things, though. Like, my lungs were fine. So that was good. To be honest, I had started having infection trouble right after I got COVID, so maybe it fucked up my immune system. If it did, hopefully it's temporary. We can only hope. I mean, technically you can do more than that. It's not going to actually do anything. Not long. You get one on a 2-hour flight. Ooh, brutal. I'm saying that a lot, but it's just true. Probably because I'm young, but still it took a year for me to be normal again. Ooh. I mean, yeah, any kind of stroke really fucking sucked. When I came out to my parents, my mom dropped the reverse bomb that my dad had a mini stroke. So, yeah, my family's going through that right now. Kind of bomb to reverse bomb. I'm glad you're better now, though. I'm glad you recovered. Sucks so much that you had to go through that, though. Not to tell people. People get passionate about the topic. I can understand that. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad you feel comfortable telling us, though. I'm glad you feel comfortable telling us. It means I'm doing my job. Transient ischemic attack. It's like a pre-stroke. Usually disappears in 24 hours. But then check will most certainly become a full-blown stroke. Ooh. Well, I'm glad you did get the full stroke. I'm glad you just got the starter package, you know, the demo. It's a demo for having a stroke. God. The human body is so complicated. It does so much to keep us alive, but there's so much can go wrong. So much can go wrong. Stroke light. You know what's kind of funny? But this shit is kind of like why I started streaming. Not only like life sucking and realizing that like, you know, there's no reason to hold back, but also just the having the infection and shit going really wrong. I kind of realized, why the fuck am I not doing what I want to do? And then I realized that streaming was what I wanted to do. And thus we are here. And now we're here. It's amazing what an experience like that can do to you. How much it can change your brain. Really, really shitty happening can hopefully inspire positive change, but it can change a lot. A lot of your worldview can change right in that moment. It's also kind of part of the reason why I was happy to go full-blown cult. I remember it was before stream, or like I decided to do Stream Week after that first infection. Because I'm like, fuck it, this is what I'm going to do. I have a week off coming up. I'm just going to make this happen. It was funny because I didn't realize it at the time. But looking back, I realized I wasn't at work for so long before Stream Week. What am I missing? Oh, okay. Windows? Oh, shit. Lanterns, where the fuck are those? Oh, these, of course. That makes sense. There we go. Oh, fuck. Oh, God, I popped my knuckle. Speaking of medical stuff, my second grade teacher scared me so bad about popping bones because she was like, "You're gonna get horrific arthritis from fucking cracking your knuckles." And it made sense. It makes sense, but apparently that's not true. And I learned that a while ago. And so it instilled a deep fear in me to pop my knuckles, or like if it ever accidentally happened. What was the thing? What's the fucking... interact button? F. There we go. I was just standing on it. That's why I didn't want to do the thing. Same, they told me that too. Yeah. I mean, it made sense. It just is such an easy thing to believe. Just not true. Just happens to not very much not be true. I mean, it kind of makes sense that it's not true, right? Because it's kind of your way to readjust your bones, which is pretty important. I haven't really learned anything about it beyond the fact that it's not going to cause serious damage. Or really any damage. It doesn't really do anything. Yeah. I'm in a very zen place. Oh, you know what I could do? We're not at this house and only this house. Don't question it. Wow, there really is not a speck of dirt on any other house. There is an active volcano over there. This is wild. Okay, well, you know what? That's fine. We accept the weird active volcano house. That's fine. Only this house. This house and only this house doesn't get volcano. Because it really does look like it's been rained on by ash. Just means you got a time limit. I think there is a map like that, and I find that very funny that you can play with a time limit because of like some natural disaster, an impending doom. It might be a DLC. And all of this, like, it's part of like the tragedy of the illusion of obligation. So life fucking blows on its own. Man, we don't need to make it any fucking worse. Right? The challenges in life are gonna be there regardless. You don't need to fucking add more. And for no gain of your own, just because you were told that you had to. It's like some big long chain. Oh, we're gonna destroy that. We're gonna fuck it up. I could start tea right now, and I kind of have half a mind to. But it's kind of late anyways, and it's like, what's the point of starting tea? I'm definitely a little hungry, though. I should probably eat something. Or else I'll pass out. Oop. Well, I'm glad my legs aren't broken. Because that would be kind of a funny fall to break your legs on. Okay. I'm going to be real quick. I'm going to grab something to fill my stomach. I will be back. Oh my god. There we go. I got a hickory smoked summer sausage. I'm happy. It feels weird because some responsibilities are important not just for you, yourself, but everyone. Absolutely. The important thing to remember is that I'm not saying, when I say that, like, meaning doesn't exist, it means that it exists as much as an imaginary friend. Right? But you say that, and I say that. But they're both individual things that we're adding onto the world that don't exist otherwise. That meaning, that importance, right? Any of and all of that is just added. That's what I mean by, like, the world is empty, right? Existence is. Things that exist have that inherent trait of being, and if they don't have that, then they don't exist, right? So when you think about responsibilities being important for yourself and others, absolutely true, because that's what you've decided. That is important to help people. Other people have decided absolutely against that, and they're fucking terrible. But they exist, right? They exist. Because you fucking can. There is no... The rocks and black holes of this universe do not say that it is important to take care of other people. Or that people matter at all. That anything matters. That responsibilities even exist. Right? And so to believe that those things are important for any other reason than you choosing to find them important, I think is... It takes away life fuel. It takes away Aether. It is in general negative in the view of living the most life being positive, right? We call that positive, and it is a negative thing. Right? Because if you take it with this mindset, then you can know you are choosing it, and you don't have to feel obligated. Because if you feel obligated, if you feel like, yeah, it is just important and good and outside of myself to take care of others. God damn, the summer sausage's hand. I think I had a cut in my mouth. It stings. Summer sausage got hands. Don't forget that. It'll be on the test. But if you choose that for yourself, then nobody can come along and say you have to do this. If you don't, if you end up feeling obligated, then someone can say, well, you have to take care of others, so you have to take care of me. Family members abuse that all the fucking time. But you don't. You don't have to. Someone's been shitty to you your entire life, you don't have to take care of them just because it's good to take care of other people. Right? That's what I mean. That because value does not exist outside of ourselves, the value that we assign is as valid as anything else. It is valid and important as anything else. Because there is nothing that is inherently important. Just like apples, they also have hands. Yeah, I realize I'm also a little bit allergic to apples today. Because I had an apple and I realized, oh fuck, this has got some hands. It might just be that apple, or it might have been something on that apple, but it might just be apples. But yes, just like apples, summer sausage's hands. But yeah, like, there is this kind of like uncomfortable feeling when I say morality doesn't exist. Value does not exist. Where it's like, well, fuck. People are going to be fucking terrible then. If morality doesn't exist, then what's stopping people from being assholes? Hate to break it to you, but fucking nothing. And that's just the world that we live in. Terrible people do terrible things every day. Every day. And they have since the dawn of time. Since the dawn of humanity. That's been the case. It's just, that is just the world we live in. I'm not saying it's necessarily a good thing, but it's certainly better to live in agreeance with reality on its own terms. It just is. I guess in this case isn't. Right? And it never means that you cannot find something valuable. In fact, it means the opposite. Right? So when I say that value does not exist, I also mean that it has never existed for anybody. Right? There's never been a time that there is like some inherent value to something, that there is just something that is just valuable. Just outside of any human, outside of any individual, that just is. That's just not a thing. It's something that we make up, and it's something that we assign to things. And so what you choose to find valuable, whether it is Magic the Gathering or your family, is as valid and important. It is as valid as far as mattering goes. Or it's just in general is as valid. It's as valid a priority, there we go, as anything has ever been, period. It's as valid as somebody saving their family from starvation. It is as valid as somebody rushing into a burning building to rescue a child. Which is a little weird, right, to think about, because we've been told absolutely not. But it is. It is just as valid. Now, you may not put as much significance onto playing Magic the Gathering as you do a burning building, but you could. You could, and it would mean the same thing. To you, the individual who has sovereign right over what is important in your life, it would be the same. Not to anyone else, right? Society may not value you playing Magic. Your neighbors may not value you playing Magic that way. But you value you playing Magic that way. And thus, for you, it is so. And if it is so for you, then it is as valid as anything else. And that's all that it needs to be. That's the idea. And I'm glad you were willing to ask. I know when somebody's very gung-ho about an idea, it can be very spooky to bring up that you have weird feelings about it. But I never want to push those away. And I'm always happy to explain. And you can also just fucking disagree with me. Not a problem. Not a problem. Is this... That's the roof. Okay. But as far as I can see, that is the way reality is. That's what the cult's based on. Why? I was like, why? This looks so clean. It's because I didn't do the other half. That's why it's half done. If you have any other questions, let me know. If that didn't set right, or you have more follow-up, there's like a lot more depth to all of this that I can get into, if you would like. That is up to you. It's one of those moments that, like, my brain stops me and says, is this really what we're doing? Is this fine? Because, like, for the most of your life, this hasn't been fine. And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. There's that momentary anxiety, hesitation. And what's funny is that, like, I'm not worried about getting rejected or anything like that. Really, it's just the fear of getting yelled at by my mom. It's just so ingrained. It's just so deep in there. It's the disappointment of my family. Even though I don't give a shit and they're basically cut out from my life at this point, some trauma just stays with you. Some trauma just stays. Yeah, it was funny because, like, growing up, my dad would always encourage us to think freely. And then my mom would get angry at my dad, and then us in turn for doing so. And my dad had an alcoholic, abusive father. And so he doesn't do well with shouting. My parents are getting divorced. I'm going to be honest. They come across as a happy couple, and I think they function on some level. But god damn, it's pretty unhealthy. You had one of those too, eh? Yep. I had one of those too. Same trauma hat. same trauma hat. But yeah, like, circling back, something I wanted to mention was, like, when people talk about, like, something's more important because it matters to so many people. Saving the Earth matters because millions of people are depending on it, right? Sounds very logical. Let's talk about it. The only reason that millions of people caring about something matters is because that individual cares about the effect of multiple people. It's because that individual has chosen to place value in the many. They absolutely can choose not to. They can say, I don't give a shit if it kills one person or a million people. They don't have to care. They can consider those equal value. Losing a human life could be equal value to somebody. Is that super logical? Do I really understand why you would do that? No, but you absolutely can, and I'm sure people have done it before. It comes in at the individual level. And it's important to remember this because you're not obligated to care about a bunch of people. And where this really comes in, like the best example I can really think of is the bully example of like, hey, we all want to go to this place, so you have to want to go to this place too. Absolutely fucking not, you don't have to. The opinion of the group only matters if you choose for it to matter. Society's opinion is its own. Your opinion is its own. Your choice in value is its own, right? Value itself exists as much of an imaginary friend. And we choose to play these games so that we can exist in the same world as each other. Because if you have a different value system as somebody else, you are living in a different world than them. Everything can change. Everything can be different if you believe in different values. And the more you have different values, the more you're going to live in a different world than somebody else. And so to cooperate and be a part of the same world and actually exist together, or at least feel like you exist, in the end, we are all alone together on this rock. You have religions and beliefs and laws and traditions to pull you together with people. Trauma pog. Trauma pog. You're gonna dive into Penny? You look eepy. Ready to go to bed soon? Yeah? Our Ven is very, very eepy. We'll probably be wrapping up soon. We've been going at it for a while. But yeah. The only reason that the world matters is because you choose to assign value to the world. Which, you know, is pretty fucking common. I'm gonna be honest, kind of almost everything that exists. No, everything that does exist is a part of the world. You can choose to put value in things that don't exist. That's also fine. But it tends to be important to people, and it's certainly important to me. I certainly love the world and a lot of things in it, so that places a lot of value. But you don't have to, and some people fucking don't. Right? Some people fucking don't. So if you're living with values that you didn't choose, that harm you, right? If you were to intentionally choose all your values and change, and you would change something if you had that chance, then do it, because you do have that chance, right? Roll with the values that give you the most either. They could be the things you grew up with. It could be things completely opposite to things you grew up with. It could be insane or normal, but whatever grants you the most either. In all things. As far as a fundamental action of the cult, that would be it. Whatever gets you the most either. Most life fuel. Gucci Arena is calling for you, I just noticed. Ven waves high in their very eepy state. their big EP. Oh, well, shit. I don't really know what the stream's future is going to look like exactly. Because once I have the model, it's going to feel different. And, you know, once the cult is officially enacted, it's going to feel a little bit different. But imagine it's going to be something like this. So, the energy will be up from this. My brain is just mostly preparing for the model debut. Saving energy for the big important date. The calm before the storm. My brain's doing its best to try to take advantage of that. Announce day and time for the stream. The day is at the end of the video. It is November 28th. The time... maybe I'll announce it the day of. I don't know the time. It's gonna be on my day off. It's assumably gonna be most of the day. We'll call it rough start time of noon. That seems most likely. I've just learned that I'm not consistent enough to really plan out down to the time my streams. I mean, maybe this should be the exception, but I don't think it's going to be. So yeah, we'll say a rough start time of 12. Well, actually, maybe a little bit later than that, because I do kind of want to go... No, I like to keep my nights open. Yeah, on the weekend. My weekend. I know it's Tuesday. But, yeah, around noon. It's your finals day? Dog, it might as well be that day. Brutal. Show up when you can. It's fine. It's going to be like an 8-hour stream. The fuck? Did I not? This whole section. That's why. I keep thinking, man, this looks so good. 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. No. So sad. So sad. Well, don't worry. I mean, the model will be there the next day. You'll miss the foundational sermons and I don't know, something else, but we don't it's maybe I shouldn't be telling you guys this, but it's not too special to stream. I just want to hang out with you guys. I think most of it is just going to be getting used to my model, right? I thought about doing like, you know, like hanging out with a bunch of people and stuff like that, but this has been mostly a solo journey and it's probably going to stay that way for a good long time. At least for now. So it's probably going to be a pretty regular stream. It's going to be the first time the model's going to be shown. I'll skip. I must do what I must. Don't skip your finals for me. I mean, I am honored. It does bring a certain kind of joy to know that you bring that up. But of course, please don't put your school, in all seriousness, please do not put your school life in jeopardy. Finals are important. Be here when you're done. There will be a VOD, as sad as that is. I know that doesn't feel great, but it is there. It is a sad coincidence of life. Be responsible. Good. I've skipped for less. Have you skipped finals for less? I would never skip finals. I would be so fucking anxious. I wouldn't be able to get anything done with the time anyways. I have skipped class though before. And god damn it, we should let high schoolers skip class. We just should. The most healthy thing I have ever done is skip class. To have like a mental health day, anxiety, to figure my shit out, to have more time on homework. College was such a fucking huge improvement. What am I missing in the bungalow group? Oh, I'm missing all of that. Okay. I see. I actually skipped a midterm. That's spicy. That's spicy, but it's still okay if you didn't need the course. And even if you did need the course, you can retake it. That is a little spicy, though. You are kind of being a spicy little guy. Ah, I see. Yes. There we go. Get that dirt and grime out of there. I think really what my brain is processing is just the fact that a lot of things won't change, weirdly enough. Because it does feel like a big life change that the model is coming in. It really is hard to think about because it's been something that's been building up for a long time. We've been preparing for, invested a lot in, means a lot. But really just realizing it is just continuing to be me. That certainly hasn't changed. And it won't. For a very long time. I mean, maybe ever. That's kind of the point of streaming. Just kind of being you. And for whatever reason, you freaks love it. So, I see no reason to stop. Hi, Irene. She wants my summer sausage. Desires the sausage. Irene, stop being a goblin. Get out of here. You don't get summer sausage. Unfortunately, the cat does not get summer sausage. The cat will get a little summer sausage later. As a treat. But she's too much of a goblin. I can't let her have a little bit of food because then she thinks she can get away with like taking all of the food. And she's a little street cat. So she'll try to fit it all in her mouth and run away with it. Feisty, funky little guy. Is up, blows. Stop being so up. This would be a sick job in real life. I thought about doing power washing stuff. I didn't really have any good job opportunities or careers. I think if I stayed in California, I might have done it. Sounds like me. You can have some summer sausage. You're a person. You can be reasoned with. Or at least I know you're ignoring me if you don't listen to reason. Cats are different. They don't know what's going on. They don't really get it. But you can have, we can trade a little bit of the nut bottle for some summer sausage. It'll work out. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. There we go. The roof is done. Okay, guys. That was a very nice stream. I'm going to pause here. For now. No, I'm going to stop here. Just give up on the house. That's it. That's all you get. You got a nice roof. I'll hold on. Piss. I write piss into the side of your house. And that's the job. And then that's it. We're done. That's all you need. Okay, cool. Have a good sleep to you two. Sleep well, guys. Rest well. Gather Aether. Live the most life you possibly can. Kick ass. Feel obligated in nothing. And I'll see you most likely tomorrow. Thanks for the wisdom, Liv. Of course. It is my absolute fucking pleasure to give it. Every fucking time.